Okay, welcome once again to another fun-filled adventure with yours truly. And today we are working on a GE dishwasher, replacing the main circulation pump because it's leaking. Now, you may think it's a daunting task, but it's going to go really smooth. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to show you what all is going to be replaced. So when we look at the box here, this is our circulation pump that we're going to be doing up. GE is also nice enough to give us a new main seal to go in with it, so that way everything gets wrapped up in a nice tidy little bundle. So let's get started on this thing, and as usual, I will point out things as we go. Okay, so we got it pulled out a bit to where we can actually access everything, and as you can see, this is the little guy that we're replacing right here, circulation pump. Now, you got that gasket, it's right in there where my finger's at, maybe you can see it, there we go. So that's, we're going to be replacing that as well, so you want to make sure you got some towels handy. It's just like everything else around here, you know how it goes. Yeah. It's just one of those things where you're going to have some water come out. So, you know, just use some common sense and, you know, have some towels handy because it's going to happen. But, anyway, let's get cracking on this. Okay. If you look right back in there, see if I can do this one-handed. There's a clamp that's going to be on that on the sump assembly right there. Now GE loves using these crimp clamps, and they work really well from the factory. However, they can be a royal pain to get out of the way when you need to. Just yeah, use care. Don't do anything too crazy, or, you know, don't get frustrated. Just a little bit of patience, and, you know, you can get it loosened up to where it'll wiggle right off. And then after that, putting everything back. I'll get my tongue working right here in a second. But getting it back into place will actually be pretty easy. Now, typically, whenever I'm doing stuff like this, a couple of major things to remember. If you come up here, where, see if it's like, there, where your junction block's at, be sure you disconnect this little guy right here. That's going to be your main power supply going into there. That way, A, you don't have to worry about the thing trying to start up on you, and B, you're not going to get zapped. But if you've actually done everything you're supposed to do, there's an excellent chance that you've already killed your breaker and all that good stuff. Anyhow, yeah, just focus on that right there. Just yeah, take some time and it will wiggle off. Alrighty. Alright, it did us a little bit here, but got that piece off, and, you know, just like most things, it was a little bit of a struggle, but we got it. So we got that one off there. Now we're going to grab and get that seal out of the way. That way we'll get the new seal in there and start the reassembly process. Okay. So on the new pump, you're going to have to put one of these screw type, I'll get my words right here in a second, hose clamp. That's what you want to use to, you know, GE gives them to you to make sure that all fits in properly. Now what I'll do is, as you can see, it is a little bit on the too big side, and we're going to shrink that in to make it just fit. That way this can slip in and not move. That way it'll make it a lot easier to actually tighten up once we got it under the dishwasher. So we got everything prepped down on the bottom now. We have our clamp pre-positioned on the new pump there. We got our new seal. That's all going to go in. So let's get this thing going. Okay, after getting everything all pressed in, you can get an idea there of how it's all supposed to go on and all that good stuff. So what you want to do is, not only visually verify, what you got going on, but feel around and make sure that everything is, properly set and situated, and it'll make life a lot easier for you. Now at this point, we're going to connect up the pump, we're going to tighten the clamp, and then we're going to be about ready to test at that point. So let's have some more fun with this thing, shall we? Okay, now we got everything mounted up there the way it's supposed to be. And it took a little bit of time off camera to get stuff tightened down that needed to be tightened down. That was trying to be difficult, but we got our power reconnected. Pump is sitting in there quite good. Everything else is looking good. Now I think we can do some testing. Go up here. Yeah, we'll do light wash. That'll work. Oh, wait a second. 3, and for some reason it was locked, but that's okay. There we go. Okay. Let's have some fun and see what we got going on here. We'll know pretty quick what's going on. It's a matter of waiting for everything to fire off. That's the long part of the thing. I'll get back here in just a moment. Alrighty. Wash pump is going. Check with the leaks. Make sure we don't have any. I don't see anything dripping. We're under full wash. Alright. Well, ladies and gents and everybody involved, guess what? We have ourselves another completed repair. Everything's looking good. Only thing we got to do now is just button up everything that we took off, put it back into the cabinet, and call this thing done. Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Fix It with Izzy. Just be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Drop some comments down below on some stuff that you might want to see going on. And if there's any other appliance questions that you got, feel free to hit me up. I will answer anything that you throw at me. And if I don't know the answer for it, I will find the answer for it for you. Anyhow, thanks for tuning in. And like I said, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you on the next one. Take care. Well, I don't know what to say. We're back out on the call. What we have is we have a little bit of an issue with this thing. Now, I've already been back out here to assess it and reorder a piece. Now we're back out here to do the install once again. Let me show you what happened, how we're going to combat this. All right, so what has been going on is where that coupler is at right there. Let me get to where I can actually do some pointing and whatnot. This little coupler right here, supposed to stay in there and not move. And, you know, as you can see, it moved. Well, all right. GE, in their ultimate wisdom, thought that everything would just push right in and, you know, hold in place. For the most part, that's true. Every once in a blue moon, though, you come across this situation that turns into a recall, but there is a solution. What we're going to do is, some will actually do it with the piece that they got, but since I'm not 100% convinced that upper hinge is going to hold in place, I reordered the pump assembly. So we're going to put the new pump in, we're going to put in a new seal, and then we are going to glue the you-know-what out of everything and hold it in place to where it'll do what it needs to do. So I'm not going to worry about shooting video of the install because I got that in the first part of the video. But I'm going to show you what I do when I do the glue up when it comes that time. So just sit tight and wait for the update. And, well, this is how I handle recalls. Okay, so here's the new pump. I got the clamp already in place. Now this right here is where I'm going to be adding the glue at. I'm going to do it right there. I'm also going to do it up here on this clip to make sure that everything sits good. Back here inside clip up there on the top. I'll point it out. That clip right up there. That's what we want everything to hang on. So what's going to happen is, instead of things sliding out of this like they have been, I'm going to run my hand through there and get all that fun stuff out. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of this stuff right here to where that puppy's not going to come out anymore. So with everything going like I hope that it will, we'll get this thing put in here. It'll stay put. It ain't going to move. Everything will be fine, and I call this thing actually done. Anyhow, I'll let you know how it goes. Stick around. Alright, so right over, hang on. Let me get all my stuff situated so I can point and such. Alright, use a little handy pointer here. Now, down around the seal down there, went ahead and put some glue down there to glue that into place. And something else that I did on this one, which I do every now and again on these, is right over here where the main clip is at, I went underneath it because it's got a set of clips on it. Here, let's bring the old one over so I can show you. Got a set of clips on here on the top that's supposed to go under the lip, hold it in place, and not do much of anything. Well, that's all fine, good, and well, but sometimes they don't hold. When they do, I will take a wooden shim and I will actually go under right there, jam it in there to where the clips are still back up in there where they're supposed to be at and everything. But we got that glued into place. We've got that wedged into place to where it shouldn't come out, drop down, or anything like that. That way that pump will stay into place. And as long as everything goes like it's supposed to, shouldn't have any more issues out of it. It should stay in place and not leak anymore. This is where we've got our fingers crossed that this recall actually takes care of the problem with it. And we don't have to worry about anything else anymore because, you know, after more than 2 trips out, you're really losing money on your service call. But, you know, that's neither here nor there at this point because the main point is we want to get our customers taken care of. So, with that being said, if you are doing this on your own, I'd go ahead and take the extra step and just shim up and put a little sealant around that inlet just to give yourself a little bit more security in the fact that it's not going to go anywhere. Anyway, we're going to test it out and make sure everything works, and theoretically we should be okay at this point, but we'll know a lot more here in a little bit. So unless something really serious pops up, this is it for the add-on update recall thingamadoohickey. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Just be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you on the next one.